Lotte World is a world-class theme park located in Seoul, South Korea, and with it being home to over 50 rides and attractions, there is no wonder it is so popular. However, today we are going to count down the top 10 rides at Lotte World. Starting off at number 10, we have Gyro Spin. And no matter whether you want to spin more than you have ever spun before, or you are just looking for another fun family attraction, then this Samperla Disco is just for you. The only thing is, however, it is not all easy riding, because as soon as you have boarded the humongous disc with up to 39 other thrill seekers, not only will you spin around faster and faster, but you will also rise up and down the U-shaped track, creating a ride experience that I would feel wrong not putting on our top 10 list. Are you heading to Lotte World on a hot South Korean day? Well, if the answer is yes, then you have got to take a ride on our number 9 spot, Flume Ride, because as you can probably guess by the name, you will get very, very wet, and you will not be wrong with along your 5-minute journey, your log heading around lots of awesome dinosaur theming and scenery. However, we are still not at the wet part yet, because unlike your normal log flume, where you may have all of this great theming, in addition to a possible drop, on Flume Ride you will drop twice, definitely finishing off the ride with a humongous splash. Have you ever wanted to fly through the sky like never before? Well, if so, then look no further. As for our number 8 spot, we have Fly Venture, and on this steampunk themed flying theatre, you can do just that. Nevertheless, before we do begin to talk about the ride, with this being a very common attraction all around the world, if you have already experienced a flying theatre, then we'll suggest trying the more unique attractions first. Yet if you do get a chance to ride, you'll definitely not be disappointed, with through the use of state-of-the-art technology, you really feeling as if you are flying through a world of floating waterfalls, cabins, and so much more. For our number 7 spot on our top 10 list, things are starting to become a lot more mysterious, as we have Pharaoh's Fury, where you, of course if you think you have what it takes to release the curse, can jump aboard an off-road vehicle, head around an ancient temple full of many hidden wonders, and have quite literally an unforgettable experience. However, for me, what makes this ride so great is the fact that in addition to all of its amazing theming, lighting and soundtrack used throughout, your off-road vehicle will be racing around the track whilst bouncing in every direction imaginable, which is pretty cool if you ask me. It is time for our first coaster on the list. As for our number 6 spot, we have Comet Express, and despite it being the lowest coaster on the list, it definitely packs a punch, with as soon as you have queued up in what I must say has got to be one of the coolest queue lines out there, and then boarded the rocket ship train, you will be spun around and around and around space whilst completing many giant drops, turns and airtime hills at a pretty fast speed, creating an extremely unique but also very fun experience that you do not need to be a rocket scientist to know is a definite must-do on your next visit. Top 5, and coming in for this position, we have Atlantis, Lotte World's intimate multi-launch coaster. And for anyone who has not ridden one of these before, well then you are in for a treat, with you beginning your adventure around the Lost City by an initial launch from 0 to 46 miles per hour in a matter of only 1.5 seconds, followed by many fun family thrill twists, turns, drops, airtime hills, and of course even more launches around the unbelievable theming and scenery that this ride has to offer. And so with those awesome water effects too, in my eyes a trip to the park is nowhere near complete without a visit to the Lost City. If you are scared of heights then skip to number 3, as for our number 4 spot we have Bungee Drop, and with it standing at a height of 38 meters in the air, already I know some of you are going to be like, no way Jose. However, it does not stop there, because as the name so subtly suggests, not only will you be launched to this height and get some pretty crazy airtime moments and views before being dropped and bounced again once, but twice, creating a minute experience that will cause even the bravest of thrill seekers in the group to hold on very, and I mean very tight. Here we are at the top 3 rides at the park, and for our number 3 position we have French Revolution, and ever since its debut back in 1989, making it one of the oldest rides at the park, it has always been a fan favourite, and for a good reason, because as soon as you have boarded the train, and for the best overall experience, we will suggest the front row. You will be taken around many classic Vekoma drops, turns, airtime hills, loops, helixes, light tunnels, and the list goes on and on, all within the humongous indoor building. How crazy does that sound? The question is, however, do you think you have what it takes to ride? Comment down below. Between number 2 and 1, it was tough. However, after a lot, and I mean a lot of consideration, we have decided to put Gyro Swing at the number 2 spot. And wow, if this ride does not make you scream, laugh and cry at the same time, then I honestly do not know what will. With the giant disc that you and the rest of the thrill seekers are sat on, swinging back and forth, higher and higher, whilst you are always spinning around, until you are quite literally screaming your lungs out over the river. And so despite this once again being another common ride, I could not make a list without putting this ride on it. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and in my eyes for the best ride at the park, we have got no other than Gyro Drop. And where do I begin when talking about this ride? As if I was going to talk about every great part, we would literally be here all day. Yet to start from the beginning, from the moment you walk into the park and see this giant 70-meter drop tower, you will instantly want to either take a ride or run away. And you should definitely do option 1. As words literally cannot describe how amazing its panoramic views, in addition to of course that breathtaking drop really is. And so I think it is very easy to see why it is at our number 1 spot. Thank you all for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.